Hey, you guys! Welcome to my birthday party! I so wanted to go live with you guys for my birthday, but Spirit just was like, oh no, you're having such you're gonna do something. Not that you guys aren't awesome, of course you are, but yeah, welcome to my home. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't even put a brush through my hair, nothing. I just woke up and was like, I just been having a magical morning, and I started putting my outfit together for my date tonight because Alder's taking me on a date. We're doing a bona fide dinner and a movie, and I'm going to see Wicked, and I'm going to wear this. Well, I'm going to wear a really cool outfit. You'll see the whole thing, but I wanted to show you guys this coat I made a long time ago. This is a train, actually. I have it up right now. See, it has like a little thing right there. You could take it up or down. All the buttons on here are between 50 and 200 years old. And I made this, well, the coat itself is a wool coat that was gifted. I have to roll it. That's what I'm going to do today. It was gifted to me by my last shaman who I walked with for 2 years. She told me she wanted me to make her something really magical. I didn't realize when she was doing that is she wanted me to actually make something for myself. But at the time, I didn't know that. At the time, I spent so many hours on this, I don't even know, like a lot. Because I didn't have a sewing machine. So I did everything by hand. Every cool old button, and every button is different. This button's from Civil War. Yeah, it's been in the storage and then the closet, and then I think Bubba laid on it, but I haven't worn it in a really long time. When I got it, I was so tiny, and I could actually close this whole thing. And if I really, I call them my mom sweats. They're inside out right now, but sometimes I like to sleep with them this way. Anyway, I digress. But so long story short, I was putting an outfit together. I thought I was going to wear a completely different outfit. It's a completely different outfit. And then my coat, it was like, ah, I was like, what? It was like my coat spoke to me because I'm going to see Wicked tonight. And I was like, it was like the alphabet in me was like, and Glinda, I guess. But anyway, so excited. We already bought our tickets because where we live, it's a very small theater. It's a limited theater. It's actually an old theater, an old vaudeville theater that was turned into a movie theater. And it's really cool. So it's small, but it's very charming and very, very cool. Like they did a lot to restore it to like 1907. It's just super neat. And yesterday when I went in to buy the tickets, I just was like getting so excited because I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so exciting. Because things so much to say. So my birthday has been a very, I don't know what words I want to use really. There's so many words I can use to describe my birthday. And I think people who have a birthday near a significant holiday really understand that it sucks. It sucks because, it's either people ignore you or they forget or I would get this, yesterday I was telling a few people, I was like, the thing that used to drive me crazy was people would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't have any money to buy you anything, it's Christmas. I'm just like, so, and I was like, okay, well, thank you for telling me that I'm not worth anything to you. Like, my birthday is around Christmas every year, but I guess, it's just very interesting. And I think that's why I've had such a interesting and tumultuous relationship with abundance and prosperity, because at a very young age I was told like what my worth was and that I needed X, Y, and Z to have worth. I was just this crazy kid that didn't fit in, that, even in the 80s, I wore shit like this to school, and people didn't wear shit like this to school. I mean, of course, Cyndi Lauper and Madonna, they did help, navigate my way, but aren't these amazing, by the way? Aren't they fucking amazing? I mean, they're just so cool. I'm debating whether I want to flip this up and be kind of piratey today, or if, wait till you see, I'm wearing a really cool skirt and like this wrap with a dragon. It's fucking awesome. So anyway, yeah, it's just, I just wanted to say I love you and thank you for loving me and supporting my channel. One of my birthday wishes is, I wish to have 1,000 subscribers, to hit 1,000 subscribers on my birthday, Friday the 13th, today, 2024. That is one of my wishes. So if you can share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, it does really help. I have a feeling they're gonna have me post this before I leave for because I was like, I'm like, it's kind of early here. But anyway, that's one of my wishes, but it's not, I have so many wishes for us, for the planet, for humanity. I don't know why they're having me talk about this on my birthday, but you know what? We've got to bring it all in because it's all happening, whether it's my birthday or not. But I cannot be remiss in mentioning that I saw this Time cover with who on it, and I just was like calling him Man of the Year, and I'm like, am I in some I'm like, did something happen where I'm like, are we all taking crazy pills? I'm like, were they paid to do it? I'm like, were they mafia'd into doing it? Like, were they scared into doing it? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of interesting things that are happening right now. There's a lot of UFO sightings that are like going viral. Like, there's just like all these things that are happening. So I'm just leaving it to spirit to surprise us all. And because next year is the year of the snake, the year of shedding and rebirth, I wouldn't be surprised. The snake reminds me of the spirit excuse me, that's awesome. It reminds me of the spider in terms of, on the surface, they could be creepy crawly, and people don't like crawlies or slithers, you know what I mean? Like, it just depends on who you are. We also have been fed things over, I remember when I was a kid growing up in the 70s, and like one of the movies, movie of the week, was like Tarantula or something, and it's like all the tarantulas like take over the whole, God knows how many spiders they fucking, did. I mean, they didn't have CGI and stuff back then, so I don't even want to know, poor things. But I send them love. I send them love in that place and time and dimension, wherever they are. Send them healing energy. But things like that, or things like Indiana Jones, where he's like, oh no, snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And he's like terrified of snakes, And which is funny too, because if you go back and watch that scene where he falls into the snakes and that cobra comes up on him, that really happened. They had to really do that, whatever. But you can see the glass between them. You can see it's really funny. Every time I see it, I laugh, because I'm like, I remember watching the making of it when DVD came out, and they would like show you the making of movies. But I remember even back then, I was like, oh, that's a piece of glass there, But I mean, good. I mean, Harrison Ford didn't want to be, there's a lot of, snakes down there and stuff. Anyway, I digress. So, there's a lot of interesting things that go with it, but the snake, I mean, honestly, non-biting, like, non-poisonous snakes are so sweet and so loving, and I'm sure biting poisonous snakes can be too. I don't know why they had me show my phone. Or they wanted me to bring it down, I guess. So, I can kind of see, where that is, but then it's like it's like anything else, the light and the shadow, the positive and the negative. And so I think next year is going to be really interesting, because when they say, oh, they're sneaky as a snake, or blah blah blah, like, but karma is coming for everybody. You can see it. It's everywhere. Karma's coming for everybody. She's like, I have been waiting. She's like, I have been waiting lifetimes for this. She's like, I have watched and observed a lot of shit. And so now she's like, I'm coming for you. You better fucking bear down. Gird your loins, because I'm fucking coming. So just have faith and hope and spirit that they know what's going on. Keep that high vibration. Celebrate the good times when you can. Celebrate the wins when you can. I know for myself, I'm like, I'm gonna wash my hair and make myself beautiful, even more beautiful, because I love myself the way I am. But I'm also going to, I'm going out on a date. I mean, I was kind of vacillating, with like what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I said to Alder, I'm like, I really, I was like, I'm just going to leave it up to chance. Like, whatever spirit wants, whatever's meant to be, kind of thing. But I did put into the universe that he would not be working today, so that we could do something. Even though the weather didn't look great, I was like, well, maybe we can, go on an adventure, and then, maybe go out to eat or something. And then I've been wanting to see Wicked, and when I saw that it was still playing at the theater by my house on my birthday on Friday the 13th, I was like, I have to go. So that's kind of why this is coming together, because you know I'm going to fucking walk in there like the witchiest witch they've ever seen on Friday the 13th. Because as far as I can tell, I am one of the witchiest witches in this part of the world. So definitely up here where I live. Yesterday was one of those days, like, it was the 12/12 portal. By the way, feel free to comment below. Like, did you do anything fun for the 12/12 portal? Alder and I, so much to be said. We're still, trying to work through things or whatever, but I know someone loves me when they will drive quite a distance for me to get my dream dessert for my birthday without even knowing if it's going to be there. And I didn't feel like calling to like have them hold it or whatever. I was just like, I kind of was hoping we'd go on an adventure for my birthday anyway, and so it all kind of worked out. And Alder was off yesterday, so he is working today, but he's only working so many hours. So when I was trying to figure out like what I really wanted to do for my birthday, I said, hold on, you guys hear that? The winds are kind of crazy around here today. I said, I said something like, are you working? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, why does my birthday always suck? I'm like, why does this always happen to me? Like, all of a sudden it just segued. And the worst part is that all week I was like, if you get work on my birthday, just take it. Don't worry about it, because we've been, he's been working. We've both been working our asses off, but like he's been, hustling like crazy this whole week. And we went from being in the red to like, all of our bills are paid, and we bought tickets to the show, and he's working today, and we're gonna go out to eat tonight. And I was like, this is so awesome. I was like, this is really a blessing, and it's a new client through another client who has like a plethora of work for him. So it was just really cool, like all the way around, like everything worked out perfectly. But in that moment when he told me he had to work a few days ago, I started going back to this like, what's wrong with me? Like, why is my birthday always so sucky? And then I thought, I know I'm doing it. I'm putting this energy into it. And even when I don't put negative energy into it, even when I am, because I said to him, I feel like even when I'm the most positive, it still doesn't always go the way I want it to. However, it went exactly the way it should, because yesterday we ended up going on an adventure, which I wanted to do, and went to this store and to this place, and they had the treat I wanted, because I was like, I heard spirit say, all right, you need to calm down and center, like, you're not that person, and the future is not here, so like be in the moment, like what do you want, like how do you see your birthday right now? And I was like, oh man, in a perfect world I would have, there's this bakery that I love, but it's like a few hours away from here, and I love this bakery, like really love this bakery. And I used to get stuff from them all the time, and it was like my fallback for my birthday treat. They have gluten-free vegan brownies, which are amazing. So long story short, we drove to this cute little store that carries them once a week. They drive up here with their baked goods a few hours, and because they're that good. And we found them on accident when we were camping, actually. So the place that sells them, and I said to him, I go, we just drove all the way, and I told him, like where we drove from and stuff. And he goes, he's like, that's awesome. And I was like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't super far, but it's probably like 40 minutes or something, 45 minutes, kind of far to drive for a treat. But Alder was like totally on board. And when I got there, they didn't have the exact thing I wanted, but they did have one brownie. And I was like, you know what? It's not going to kill me to have sugar and a little eggs once in a while. Like, I'm vegan, but I was like, and it was like, it was so thick and beautiful. You could see the chocolate chips in it. You can see, it was like an edge one that it's like, if you're a brownie person, you could see it's like soft in the middle and it's like hard on the edges. The funny thing is, it was refrigerated, and the expiration date was my birthday. So I was like, that's kind of crazy. And I was like, oh, and I said to Spirit, should I not get it though? If it's going to be stale, I mean, I don't want to spend money on it or whatever. And they're like, no, get it. So we got that. And then we saw a thing that, the theater opened at 1, the box office. So I was like, cool. I'm like, that's perfect. So we ran the errands we needed to run, and everything just was aligning like so beautifully and so perfectly. And then when we got downtown, there was a sign in the window that said, sorry, box office, or not going to be open until 2:30 today. And I was like, oh no. I was like, that sucks. I was really bummed because Alder had been working all week. I know how tired he was, and he was working today as well. And the place he's working today, he has to drive kind of far. So I was like, oh man, I'm like, so I went back and I was like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, we can go home or we can come back. And it was like about an hour and not quite an hour and a half. And he's like, I will say, I've been wanting to walk around for a while. There's certain areas of the downtown that I still haven't like walked in the stores or like shopped or looked at anything or did anything. And so, and there's this one that I've been really wanting to check out. So he was like, yeah, that's fine. He's like, I'll just go watch something. So he went and parked and I just walked around and it was so awesome. I met so many people. I had such a good time. Shout out to Sally. Hey, Sally. And so one minute I was like a little bummed that things weren't going my way. And the next thing I know, I met this person who told me about this and blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up going to this place. And if things work out, I just have to have a meeting with the owner. But it looks like I can do readings there. I don't know if I'm going to do readings there because when I was there, I felt like I was supposed to. But ever since then, I'm getting this no. So I don't know. So I don't know if it's a no from them or just a no from Spirit saying to me, like, this isn't the right place for you. Maybe I was just meant to go in there and meet her. But anyway, it was just really cool. Like, I just met some really cool people yesterday, cool artists. Found this fucking awesome secondhand store that I didn't even know was there because it's inside another store that I would never really go in because it's kind of like that rich older lady fashion. Like, I know I'm 53 today, but like, 60s and older, kind of Chico's, kind of energy, if you know what I'm talking about. So it's not a store I would go in, but I was really drawn to go in there. And there were signs everywhere that was like 25% off the whole store. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I walk in and I'm looking at things and I'm like, this doesn't look like a resale shop. I'm like, there's like 4 of the same coat. I'm like, I was kind of confused. And then I saw that there was a downstairs. I just thought it was part of the store, but it was like a store inside a store. And I was like, oh my gosh. I walked downstairs. I'm like, I saw the cutest sparkly jeans. I wanted to buy them. And Spirit was like, no, I don't think they would fit me. But just really good stuff. Really, 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 really cheap. Like, they had a 50% off rack where they had like cute t-shirts for like $2. Like cute t-shirts, like organic cotton, like, so I have to go check this. So I'm like, oh yay. I'm like, I can't wait. I'm like, I want to go in there. I need new clothes so bad. All of my like winter, like they're all stained, like all my cuffs. And I mean, I try not, that's why I try not to show my shirts because, I wear aprons and stuff a lot when I'm doing stuff around the house, but I'm using my oils and making tinctures and I'm always making things and doing things. So I'm outside and I'm working outside. So I get, even if I'm not dirty, it's like on the lighter ones for sure. It's like I always feel kind of like I look dirty. So anyway, but that was really exciting. So I was like, I'm going to make my way over there at some point. So it was just like a really cool experience. And I felt like it was the first time that we've been here that I really, really feel like I'm meant to be here. Like, I don't know how, in what capacity. All I could think of is I was a little, not jealous, but, cause I don't want to put that energy out there, but, there was definitely a part of me that was like, cause the one place that I would be doing readings is like the perfect size for me. Like, it's the perfect size. It's the perfect location. It even has the word labyrinth in its title of the store. And I was like, that's crazy cuckoo bird. That's why I was really drawn to it. Well, so other people kept telling me I should go there, and then I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I have a YouTube channel called Lula's Labyrinth, and so very, 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 very interesting. So we'll see how that unfolds. We'll see what happens. And then I ended up going to the box office and ran into this beautiful soul that worked at our local co-op, and she was one of the first people that I met here, one of the first witches that I met that I felt like comfortable. I felt home, when I met her. She's such a beautiful crone. She had this like orange hair and like so cool and like really magical. Her name is cool, Skylark. Like, she's just like this really cool angelic, being. And she'd worked there for decades. And so I saw her. I thought I was running towards the theater, but because I saw the time and I'm like, shit, I gotta go. I didn't want to, take any more of Alder's time. So I was like, I had like, it had been open already for like 5 or 10 minutes. So I ended up bolting, and I went the wrong way, and I saw her, and I was like, hey, and I couldn't remember her name, and I'm like, co-op, like that. And I said something, and I just like kept going. And then I realized I was going the wrong way, and I went back the other way, and I got to the theater, which, can we just say, can I also say, I'm not making this up, the theater is on Taylor Street. What are the odds that my birthday sister, Taylor, that the fucking movie theater that I'm going to see Wicked with witches is on Taylor Street? I mean, it's like it's like I got everything I wanted. I got to see Wicked, or I'm going to see Wicked. I get to go out to eat. By the time you see this, I'll probably be eating and seeing Wicked. Going to my favorite restaurant, I'm super excited about. I actually wanted to go to this other restaurant, and it's so, everything, even that, was synchronistic, because I just assumed it was open, and they closed early, so it's a good thing that I noticed that, because I was like, I really wanted to go to my favorite restaurant, but I always wanted to try this one restaurant. It just, just the title, it's like everything me, so I was like, and it's vegan and stuff, so I really wanted to go, but come to find out that they actually close at 5. So I wouldn't have even been able to go there. So unless we went early, but then what would we do? Go home and come back to the movie? It's silly. It's a few blocks away. So everything just like unfolding, right? Because when I said to Alder, I said, when he told me where he was working on my birthday, I said, well, if you don't want to go see the movie, I said, why don't you take me? There's a town over from where he's going to be, and it's like they have everything, tons of stores and a multiplex and, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, dude, I can just go on foot. Everything's within walking distance. I can just spend the day while you're working. I can spend the day there, go see the movie. And then I could tell he was kind of like, because then he'd have to take me before work. And then he was just like, no, I'd rather not. And I said, okay, well, I'll figure something out. And that's when I said, hey, how do you feel about, going to the movies, for my birthday? And he's like, sounds good, and so it was like perfect, because I was like, you don't have to get me anything. I'm like, just take me to a nice dinner and a movie. That's what I want to do. And so he was like, okay, so that's what we're doing. But anyway, so getting back to, I'm at the theater, I'm buying the tickets, and I run into my friend, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I couldn't think of your name. And she goes, Skylar. And I go, yeah. And she goes, you. And I'm like, Tallulah. And she's like, oh, yeah. And I said, how are you doing? And she's like, I'm not very good, actually. And she's like, I don't want to say her business, but she was just like telling me all these things that was happening. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I couldn't believe the fucking mob of people outside the theater. There was a 3:00 show, and it was all women like my age and older. It was awesome, actually, because it's, when you're 62, it's like half price. 62 and over, it's half price for the day. And it's kind of a pricey theater, because it's like a boutique theater, and they only have so many seats, so it has to be pricey, So half price, is nice, for a lot. There's a lot of single older women that live out here. A lot of crones. Very interesting. And this, where I live, is very, very witchy. It's like half witchy and half like TRUMP people. I just don't want to say that name right now on my birthday. I just don't want to. Sad, because I used to love that word, but now it's hard for me to say. Anyway, and I'm working through it. It's because of the fakery and the fuckery and my bullshit barometer. That's really what it boils down to, because I want to push everybody aside and be like, come here, can I talk to you for a second? You need to sit down. We need to have a talk. Anyway. So we ended up having this really interesting talk, and I bought my tickets, and everything worked out. The only bummer was that the times had changed for Friday, so I was like, oh no, because Alder and I are kind of early to bed, early to rise people, and it was supposed to be at 7, and now it's not going to be till 7:45. So I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, I know. I'm like, I know we both get up around 5 usually, and I was like, that's kind of late for us. But I said, I think we're going to be on such a whirlwind ride of the show, that it's going to just feel good. So I was like, it's going to be good. It's not like we're going to some like dramatic film, you know what I mean? We're going on a ride. We're going to Oz, man. We're going to fucking Oz, and I get to dress like a witch. So with that being said, I'm going to pause this right now, because, or actually, let me see what Spirit wants me to do, because I have something very special. Oh, I don't want to show addresses, but I have a very special package from a very special person. You guessed it. The president of the Magical Medium, Anna. She always sends me. We're birthday sisters. Her birthday's at the beginning of December, and mine's the 13th. And we always, or she always sends me something. Not that I expect it, but for several years now, I don't think there's been a birthday that she hasn't sent me something. So I'm very excited. And you know, a lot of you guys love when I do the openings on here. So I want to see if Spirit wants me to stop this right here. Or do we want to do the present opening on this video too right now? Okay, so I am. So let me do this. Let me go and take this off. I'm going to put you on pause, then I'm going to come back and we're going to open this up. Plus I want to make sure that no addresses are shown because, you know, it is the internet. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm cozy and I'm armed with scissors. Baba's eating. You may hear her eating in the background. I'm going to cut off camera. Oh my gosh. So, first of all, I just want to say again, thank you for being here with me for my birthday. Like I said, what I was basically leading up to is I wanted to go live today for you guys. That was my, I want to give. But then Spirit had me do the live Give Back Tuesday, you know, right after, in the beginning of the month. And it was around Anna's birthday. So I was like, oh, you know, I'm like, I bet it's for her. Because I was going to do a reading for her birthday. And I heard, no, not yet. And so I was like, oh. So then when the live thing came, I thought, okay, I bet she's going to show up or whatever. Not at all. So, Anna, we still have something. I'm not sure what, but we definitely have some meeting, probably in the new year. But anyway, so when I said I wanted to go live for my birthday and, like, you know, do, like, give to you guys on my birthday kind of thing, that's when all this other stuff happened with the movie and everything. So on the 11th, which was also a 13-day because of the numbers, right? 2024 is 8, 12 is 3, and 11 is 2. Added together is 13. So today in real time is Friday the 13th. It's the day of, you know, it's Freya. It's the day of the goddess, the divine feminine. Well, yesterday was the 12-12 portal, and the 12-12 portal just ushered in all this divine feminine energy. Things are going to start feeling really good. Things are going to start feeling really smooth. All is well. Like, I can feel it. I could feel it. Yesterday with the portal, it was just like, I'm like, okay, I get that, like, I'm triple Sag, Jupiter energy, all that stuff. But I was like, no, it was, you know how you can just feel it? Even where, like, there was a moment where Alder said something, and it was the way he brought it up, that it was like something from our past that just made me like almost cry because I miss him so much and I miss us. And I was just like, you know, like, oh, you know, I was like, dude, you know, he's like, isn't that time when we blah, blah, blah? And he said it was such love and like such a good memory. And I was like, yeah. And just the whole day yesterday was just like really cool, and I could tell he was super present for me. And whether and even as tired as he was, and on his day off, he still like brought so much energy to me and to, you know, to make everything like so beautiful. And that's how he shows his love. And I started to realize, like, you know what? No, I'm like, all of this, everything, these, like, seriously, it's the whole year has been just, I just feel really blessed. So whether I hit 1,000 subscribers or not, I feel like a gazillionaire. And I love you guys so much. And, you know, I caught myself saying yesterday, I don't have quite 1,000 subscribers, but I have like 900, you know, whatever. And this person was like, oh, you know. So it's really all in the way you look at it. And I remember one time reading somewhere that said, if you've organically grown your channel to 500 subscribers on YouTube, like, that's really good. They're like, it's, you know, they're like, do you know how many people are on YouTube? They're like, it's actually really good. And it's not just like friends and family or like, you know, people or like in this, you know, situation, clients. So I started to like see everything, you know, this last week I've been watching it unfold. The dragons have been like kind of standing next to me, you know, showing me, you know, the things that I need to see, the things that I need to know. I'm actually really excited because I'm going to wear my, my dragon wrap dress tonight. But when I did the readings, which now you'll see I posted them. I don't know, you know what, they may not have me post this until tomorrow. They may, like, I don't know what they're going to have me do, but I thought this was something they were going to have me post today, but then when they told me that I was going to post the collective reading, the picker reading on my birthday, I realized that's what I was seeing. I knew I wanted to have readings on my birthday, but that's what they wanted. They wanted me to record them and then put them out on my birthday. Like, that's my, like, kind of like gift to you guys, like, you know, my gifting back kind of thing. I had a situation yesterday where I wanted to gift somebody something and they're like, no, it's your birthday. And I go, yes, and it's my birthday, so you have to take the gift. I was like, don't argue with me. I'm like, take the gift. And they're like, thank you. I'm like, it's all good, man. I'm like, I was just where you were. Right? And that's how we show the world. We've been being tested for a while. And this whole week, I feel like, you know, and I know what that feels like when you go through and you sail through finals and you're like, I fucking aced my finals, man. Like, I feel good about it. I feel good. I feel like right now, like, I feel good about it. Although my throat chakra is like, oh, it's a little tight. So I feel like Spirit's like, let's get to it. But anyway, so check out those readings. The reason or how that came together was that I kept seeing all these readings, like, what's your blessing, you know, for 2025? What's coming for 2025? And at first I thought they were for me, but then I realized, no. Drink some water, by the way. They're saying stay hydrated during this time. The holidays can be really overwhelming. Really overwhelming. And right now, we need that divine feminine energy. You can say no with love. You can say no with a smile on your face and mean it, right? Not a smirk. There's a difference, you know, like you're getting away with something or you're just pulling something over on somebody. Those days are gone. You know, we're here to be real, you know, and I was thinking about it. I really hope things work out with this job because it's such a cool little place and I'd love to do readings there. But I was already feeling certain things that I'm like, I could see if they say no, but I don't want to speak too much because I haven't like put it out there. And if I do end up, working there, I'll let you guys know so you can come and get readings from me in person. I am taking readings though. If you would like a reading over the phone or if you would like to have a recorded reading, the recorded reading is significantly cheaper than a reading and it's the same thing. It's just you're not interacting with me. I'm interacting with you and you get to look at that video anytime. It's your private link and nobody has access to it but you and me. So unless you give it to somebody else. Sometimes I'm like, I'll give a link to somebody and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, wow, they must like really be watching it. And then like I'll run into them or talk to them and they'll be like, oh yeah, they're like, I hope it's okay. I let like a few people watch it, you know, that are in my, you know, orbit. I was like, oh no, I'm like, it's your reading. I'm like, I don't care. You can, and then even 100 people watch it. I'm like, it's just private if you don't want anyone to see it. So anyway, so those are really nice. But if you want to like talk to me one-on-one, then yeah, you can do that too. So magicalmedium@gmail.com, and all of my information is on this channel. So I have if you notice, I've been making changes, little subtle changes here and there on all my channels. You might want to keep checking them out and seeing. If you click on the part where it says witches, healers, and deep down believers, if you click up there, it'll have all the links to all my stuff. It has my email address. So there you go. But yeah, so it was very interesting how this all came about. And when I got this present from Anna, I actually received it a few weeks ago, I believe now. And Spirit said, don't open it till your birthday. And I was like, okay. And I said, why? Is it the only present I'm going to get? And I kind of got the feeling that it would be. And so I asked Alder, before I asked him about the movies and all that, I'm like, did you get me anything for my birthday? I'm like, no pressure, no pressure. I'm like, I'm just wondering. I'm like, because I kind of have an idea of what I want. And he's like, no. He's like, what do you want? You know? He's like, I've just been so busy with everything. I'm like, it's okay. And so anyway, I was really excited because I think everyone should have at least one present to open on their birthday. Even if you wrap it for your damn self and you go and, you know, put it somewhere, you know, whatever, so that you can, I think it's nice. I think it's a way of, I don't want to, I'm like being careful and I don't know what's in here. I think it's a really nice way to reward yourself for another year around the sun. You know, you did it, you made it. And can I share something really personal with you guys, which this is why I think it's not going to post tonight, because it's already at half an hour and it takes quite a bit of time. I'm more off grid than on, kind of, you know what I mean? And so it takes a minute. I have to do it through my phone. Through my phone charger, but yeah, so I've had certain ages that have stuck out in my head over my lifetime. And then when I started working with all of my different teachers, shamans, healers, whatever you want to call them, whatever they want to call themselves, But most of them don't really label themselves at all. In fact, the one I made the coat for that I was telling you guys, like she when that was all coming about, like shamans and all that, she was just this like 7 or 8 years ago. She was just like, I don't know why people need a label, because that's because she walks the old way. She's like 3 generations, at least, and that she knows of. I'm sure it goes further back in her family, but, where they're practicing medicine people. That's all I'll say. That's the only thing I'll really say about them. But anyway, I remember saying to them, how come these certain age numbers would stick out in my head? 15, 27, 35, 42, 52. Oh, 49 too. 49 used to stick out all the time too. And then I started to understand that they were certain deaths. Because I felt like I was going to die. I said to her, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like these are the ages that I thought I was going to die. And she's like, because you were. That's when you had this death and that death and that death, right? When I was like, I stayed up past midnight, and I was born in Chicago, so I'm 2 hours different. I woke up. I woke up earlier than that, but the first time I saw a clock this morning, because I turned my phone off last night, but when I turned it on, it was 6:46. And I thought that's interesting because it comes out to the number 7, and that's my life path number. But today is a 6 number, and 6 and 7 are 13. I know that other people are like, oh, you're just reaching. I'm like, maybe. But when the time was going over last night, I started to get emotional because the only number I've ever seen since then is in quite a way from now. And if I am blessed to live that much longer, I promise you, I will do my best to help where I can. Sorry, I know that went a little not fake, but I'm trying to stop myself. Not because I don't want to cry in front of you. It's just that I worked so hard to get here. And when it was officially the next day, I said, I made it to 53, Mom. Because I didn't think I ever would. And, it's because I didn't give up. And I may have been in unsavory situations for years. Things that people don't understand. Things that people are like, why would you do that? I don't understand. Or if you're so powerful, how come you don't have money? I'm like, because I had to put my money where my mouth is. I learned at an early age that if anybody was going to take me for a grain of salt, my worth, we know what I mean? If anyone was going to take my word, I knew I had to be true to it. And when I went to my 20-year reunion, my high school reunion, there was a lot of people that were like, man, it's so awesome, that you're still like this, that you're still, you give me hope. And, and I was like, you have no idea how, and even then I was like, you don't know how much of a mess I am, really. Because I wasn't putting it all out there, But I knew I had to. And I spent so much of my life trying to impress everybody. Trying to be loved and accepted and wanted and needed for reasons other than what I can do for people. I've seen so many things.
which is why I have faith right now. And I know they got our back. Because I literally, when I saw that magazine cover with the ex-president that I pray never ever gets in there again, I hope, all I can hope and pray for is spirits, something's gonna happen where they're like, there's no fucking way you're getting in here. You or the guy you're with, I don't care. You know, like where it's gonna be so obvious and evident that it's gonna be like, everyone's gonna be like, holy shit. Maybe it'll be, he'll be live. Maybe he'll be live where it's like they can't cover it up or say it's been doctored, or, you know, because they've been planting the seeds about lies for so long that people, you know, they're doing dark magic. But white magic always wins. Why do you think in the movies? Okay, and I know I'm getting off topic and we will get to this present. For those of you who love the movie Willow, I haven't had a reaction like that to a preview since maybe Wicked. Maybe when I saw that Wicked was going to come out, and I was like, oh my God, you know? I mean, I knew that they'd been talking about it for years, and I knew it was eventually going to come out, but then when I was like, holy shit, it's really happening, Ariana Grande, you know, and, you know, I mean, I didn't even know who Olivia d'Abo, I believe that's her name. I didn't even know, like, I seen Harriet, and, like, I recognized them, but I didn't know all their background and The Color Purple and, like, all that stuff. I knew Ariana Grande for, you know, but anyway, so holy shit, Willow was like my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time, especially when I was a kid. I loved Willow. I loved everything about it. I've seen Willow so many times. I can like act scenes out. So I was watching stuff about Wicked, and all of a sudden, like, you know, I had my phone up and I was watching the preview and I was doing something else, and then it was rolling into other previews and I was like, oh, fun. I'm like, this is kind of fun. I'm like, it's like mini movies for like 3 minutes. I'm like, that's perfect. I was like doing dishes or something. And all of a sudden, I look over and I see Lucas Films or something, and I'm like, what? I'm like, because my first thing is Star Wars, right? I'm like, what is happening? I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? And then all of a sudden, I see this group of people. It kind of looks like a time of like Lord of the Rings, and I'm like, okay, not connecting the dots. And then the woman says, I am here seeking the old wise wizard Willow Offgood. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, I live in an RV. The was shaking Bella's up on her gantry like, bitch, what you doing? Oh my gosh. But it's infectious, right? Because I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I believe that the rest of my, I want to spend I have been literally holding wishes, like giving wishes today, but also being very, very, very conscientious of my wishes today, because I can feel how powerful the energy is. I can feel that the 1212 portal is still here, you know. I mean, my birthday is 12/13, 12 portal 13. You know what I mean? It's like the way, I mean, I was born right after. It's like I came out of the 12/12 portal. You know what I mean? Because I was born at 7:02 a.m. on 12/13. You know, so it's just very interesting. But I am gonna say right now, moving forward from this day, this birthday, until my last dying breath in this avatar, I am gonna spend my life making art, films, music. That, I mean, my channeling and all that is just part of me. It's part of me. It's part of me. It's part of me. I'm gonna wear these things tonight. They're my things. I'm not renting, you know what I mean? It's like, I made that coat. It was, excuse me, sorry. It was, sorry. It's a black navy pea coat that all that leather and all that, like, I did all that. And I used to make things like that. And, you know, I've been talking about this for years. That's why Lula's Labyrinth started on YouTube, because from the beginning, I wanted it to be everything. But what I was noticing, and I wanted my channel to grow, was that people were really there for the readings, which is why I turned it into the Magical Medium, started Lula's Life, and then now they just had me put it back to Lula's Labyrinth. So hold on to your wigs, kids, because it's about to get real. I'm so excited. I'm building a studio in here. I don't know when it's going to be done, but I'm so excited. This is going to be, I feel like 2025 is going to be one of the best years of our lives. And on the surface, if you're a surface person or a third dimensional, oh shit, when I looked, it was 44. 8. Oh my gosh, the dragons. Yes, the dragons ushered it in. They're leaving at the end of January. I mean, they're always with me. I'm dragon, I have a dragon tattoo on my arm. But no, I'm like, there's just so much magic. I can feel it. It's everywhere. I have felt this since I was a child. I always knew this was real. I mean, it's like, I even remember the first time I heard the, ah, right? Like the Frozen. It's like, I really, I can feel it, and I've been feeling it for a while. I've been seeing it in the stars. I've noticed that the sky has changed. I've noticed so many things have changed, but really exciting. And that's why, for those who don't, I feel like the scientists are like starting to get that they're like of the stars too. Do you know what I mean? Like astronomers, like there's just so many really cool, interesting things that are happening. Earth is like, they were like turning Earth into like this trash planet, and we're like, no, you take your trash with you, Trump. But it's okay. He was playing his role. All of his people, all of his, I mean, the way that they've been toting his son around with like these, bulletproof vests and stuff, and I was like, well, you don't got anything on his fucking head, so you better stop it. I'm like, it's not cool. They've been parading him around like he's fucking Damien and this is the Omen. And I'm like, and maybe it is. I don't know. But there's some serious shit. I was like, I don't understand. I'm like, I thought they said that he was autistic and that he couldn't be around people and like all this stuff. And now they're showing him, they're like, he's in college and he's a ladies' man. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I thought he was, not that you can't be a ladies' man and autistic. I'm just saying, like, they kept making it like, I feel like they just totally flipped the script. It's like they made it sound like he was this special needs child, and now they're like putting him out like he's the prince of, Satan. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So there's just some weird shit that's happening. So just look at it for the folly that it is, the movie that it is, and feed into the good stuff of Wicked and life and light and love and happiness and joy, and because that's where it's really at. And I want to open my presents. So with that being said, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you if it happens to be your birthday. Happy birthday, Taylor. I'm going to be spending my birthday with Taylor. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember in one of the videos I said I wanted to spend this birthday with Taylor? Holy fucking shit. I'm going to have Alder take a picture of me under the sign today. For real. Okay, here we go. Oh, but that's where I'm like, believe in magic and miracles, babes, because it's everywhere. Don't feed into the fear and bullshit. Feed into this. Come down. Hook your chain to my wagon. Hook your chain to my wagon, because I'm about to bring the light and the love heavy coming your way from now and moving forward. Oh, I love it. I love when it's hard to open because it gives me more. Also, can we just talk about the paper? I'm trying not to rip it because I'm going to make something cute with this paper. Oh, I love that you know me so well, Anna. My inner child and your inner child. My sister from another mister. Honestly, there are so many of you that you are my... By the way, and thank you for the messages. I've already gotten a few messages from you guys, so thank you. I'm not sure if you want me to call you out, but thank you for the birthday messages. I'm so excited. I'm excited to see what else comes down the pipeline for my birthday today, but thank you. But yeah, there's just a lot of magic. Lots of magic. I feel like there's spirits talking to me right now. Oh! Yeah, so when my mom came to me, it was so weird because I looked at the clock when I turned my phone on, and it was 6:46. But what really blew my wig off was when the next time I looked at my phone was 8:18. First of all, I lived in 818 area code. Used to have an 818 number. And my mom died on August 18th. And I shit you not, the second I like saw it, I go, I'm like, oh my, thanks, Mom. And I heard my mom and my stepdad and my dad, like I heard all the ancestors, they were singing to me. It was so cute. And they all sang me happy birthday, the ancestors, this morning. I just really, oh, and then this is my grandma's. I threw this on because I was like, I definitely want to wear this today with my witchy. Wait till you guys see. My outfit's going to be so cute. I'm so excited. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. Oh my gosh, look at this bag. Look at this bag. Oh my gosh, Anna, my lunar sister. It's so pretty. I was wondering the shape of it. I was trying to figure out. Oh my gosh, and she's so good. It's the good tape that doesn't fuck up your shit. Cause you know me. I'm like, I'm gonna use this for something. That's what I do. I reuse things. I am really sad though. Anna, the last thing you sent me with the bees on the bag, I kept that bag forever. I kept it outside to like, you know, air it out and like, you know, give it its own energy and everything. Like I wanted it to like be in like the earth energy, and then I was gonna cut out the bees and use them for like cute stuff. Yeah, well, I forgot to put it in this one thing, and anyway, I got ruined. I was like, man, I've been saving that. I was like, oh, I knew I should have brought it in. Anyway, so I didn't get to save the bee bag, but I got to look at it for a really long time, and that made me happy. But yeah, it was too destroyed. I couldn't keep it. I was really bummed. I'm like, I live in the Pacific Northwest. You know, things just, you know, the water and everything. We do have the most beautiful moss, though. Kind of like you, Anna. We both come, Anna and I are, like, if you looked at, like, a globe, we're, like, in the same part of the hemisphere, I guess you'd say. What's latitude, longitude? You know, it's kind of interesting. That's why that one part of California makes really good Pinot Noir, just like that one part of France, because it's, you know, the regions, they tend to. Anyway, are you guys ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Ah, it's got two sides. It's got two sides. I love it. I'm so framing this. I'm so framing this. Oh my gosh. I'm so framing. For a minute, I'm like, did you paint this? I had to look at the bottom. Okay, here we go. Oh, more prezzies. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, she wraps them all individually. Oh, Lula. Thank you, Anna. I love it. I hope you guys are enjoying my birthday party. Basically, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go live, and I was going to tell you guys about it. I was going to be like, hey, I'm going to go live at this time on my birthday. You know, let's have a party. And, like, check in with, you know, some of you guys and be like, when are you going to be available? I was going to do that, but then they said no, and now I know why, because of Wicked. But so this is my birthday party. Like, you guys are at my birthday party with me. Okay. Oh, my gosh, what did I just say about wishes? And how I was taking my wishes very seriously. You guys, I don't even think you guys understand how gifted Anna is, how magical she is, like how she too has to work so hard. Enjoy your special day. That's my message to you. Enjoy your special day. It's not just my special day, it's your special day too. Some of us have to walk harder roads, man. And Anna has children. I can't imagine. Even though they're grown, it's still, you know, like it's a whole different thing. So, I'm going to read it because, I'm going to make sure. I always ask, I feel like she would say yes, but she may not want to. So, okay. Is it in mine and Anna's greatest and highest good to share this card with the tribe right now? No. So, just give me 1 second. Okay, so I figured out what they were saying. They were saying open your gifts first and open this last because she put like notes of like the things that she made. So I kind of know what they are. So I'm going to open the presents first and then I will. So it'll be a surprise for you too. And then I'll read the card. Oh my, I mean, seriously? And look it looks, well, it's a bird for sure, but it looks, oh, it's a hummingbird. It's a hummingbird. I was going to say it kind of reminded me also of the Hunger Games, where she's like, okay, thank you, Anna. This is so fun and so pretty. It's such pretty paper. Oh, I love it. I love these stickers too. Cool. So I kind of know what I'm going to open, but I don't know what or how or, you know what I mean? Okay, they're in special packages. We're going to keep this pretty pink paper so we can re-gift it for somebody else. spread and share the joy. Oh my gosh, Anna. What is this? Oh, Anna. Oh my gosh. And I love bags. I love bags. You know what? I just got a new deck and it doesn't have a bag, Anna. I swear I've been looking for like something and I bet you $100. No, this is for this, I think. But either way, maybe it's meant to go in there. I don't know, but let's see what's in here. Yes, it is meant to go in here because I'm going to put these somewhere special. Oh my gosh. So Anna said in the card, so for those of you who don't know, I live in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, but Anna lives in the UK. Okay? So, she says in here, I hope you like your little gifts. I'm not going to say the other one yet. She says, but the shells were collected from beaches over England. They were filled with lots of beautiful energy. And she threw some lavender in there. Oh my gosh. I see what she did. You guys, we just got ourselves the newest, coolest deck ever. Anna, she made these she took these shells and she's put runes on them. I didn't understand. So it says, P.S. I hope you like your little gifts. The runes are handmade by myself and Mother Nature, so a gift from her as well. The shells were collected from beaches over England. They are filled with lots of beautiful energy. So you did the runes on the shells, Anna. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. This is one, oh my gosh. Horse. This is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. Anna, girl, you should make shit like this. I would buy this. And if you guys are interested, you know, Anna, you may have found your calling. I'm not even joking. When I opened this, I thought the bag, now obviously the bag is for this, but I mean, I don't even, you know what's so cool is Alder started making rattles again. Same thing, collecting shells. That's been like his thing. When I got in his car the other day, he was drying one on the dashboard, you know, because he lives out of his van. And I picked it up and I'm like, dude, this is one of the coolest rattles you've ever made. He's like, I know. He's like, I really like that one. I was like, it was so fucking cool. So if you guys are interested in getting like a, you know, like a rattle, you know, let me know. I mean, I feel like the next year is just going to be about all creativity. I found these artists in town. I'm going to see if maybe, you know, they have a spot or something. There's just a lot of cool things that I feel like when I went downtown yesterday, I felt like I was meant to be there. And I wanted to take a shower. I was like, I wanted to take a shower before my birthday. I really did. But it just, I mean, he was ready to go. I had the time. We had time to waste yesterday. I could have taken a shower, but I was just so drawn to do that. And I was like, no. And then I realized, I said to him yesterday, I go, you know what? I know why. I go, because I want to take a shower after my birthday, like on Saturday. You know, like tonight I'll go and like have my fun festivity and be out around people. But then Monday I'll go and be quiet. And there's this really awesome shower in town that's like really clean and it's free. It's, you know, you have to pay for the park, you know, whatever, but like it's like nothing for the year. Totally worth it. And because they're so clean and it's hot water every time, it's totally worth it. So anyway, I was like, that sounds better to me because I feel like once my birthday is done, it's the 12 days of Christmas. It's 12 days till Christmas after my birthday. And I've been feeling like I want to do something either with you guys, for you guys, or something for myself. But I'm just feeling like this going into Yule and winter solstice, like I feel like I want to shut down the end of fall, like the last week of fall, like, you know, really on a sacred note, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, it's just interesting how things have been unfolding. But oh my gosh, Anna, if I do end up reading at that place, I'm taking these with me. And you really seriously should consider doing something like this. I mean, I don't know what you'd want to price it. You would have to decide for yourself. But I can tell you that right now I'd pay $50 for these. I've seen things for $50 that aren't as fucking cool, especially in the metaphysical shops up here. I've seen things where, in fact, we were talking about that. I was led to go around to all these little shops and talk to these people, and this artist led me to that person, that, you know what I mean? And it was like I followed the breadcrumbs through everything, found that little cool secondhand store. I was like, where has this store been all my life? I'm like, I need to live here, you know? But, you know, and then I started thinking, like, as much as I want to do readings at that one place, there was just too many things that I was like, something, I don't know. But I do feel like I'm meant to do readings there somehow. So like maybe in a little shop or a vintage store or something. I don't know, but I feel like it's all going to come together. But this is the kind of thing that I'd want to bring. You know, something beautiful, sacred, but simple, and something people can see and touch and feel. So gorgeous. I feel like we're definitely going to have to do something with this. I don't want to do a reading with this because I feel like I want to do something sacred between you and me before I do it for everyone else, because it's so beautiful and so sacred. The gold on there. I mean, you guys, I'm like, feel free to comment below, or if you're interested, talk to Anna. I mean, that's pretty rad. And I love that that's the first thing I opened. It's almost like I was like, oh, I don't need that, or I don't need to, whatever. Hey, do you want to come down and say hi? Do you want to come down? Oh, Bubba loves paper. Do you want this? You want to come say hi to Anna? Do you want to come smell this? Can you smell her? Oh my gosh, you guys. Bubba hasn't really been coming down that much. You can come down. You want to come on my lap and sit on the paper? She loves paper. I don't normally allow her down here because, as you know, she is crossed over into her elder crone. But she's been really good about going to the bathroom in the right place ever since we got her on this new regimen. But she hasn't been outside for a few days, and I can tell she's getting the wobble back because the weather's been like really, really rough. Dude, there's going to be 35-mile-per-hour winds tonight on my birthday. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm going to see Wicked in like a windstorm. I just thought about that. No, the electricity will be fine, I'm sure. But that's interesting because I haven't been to a movie on a Friday night or a Saturday night, like something like that. Like, I haven't done anything like that, and I more moons than I could ever remember or recall. Because if I do go to the movies, I go in the middle of the day on like a Tuesday when everyone's at work and kids are at school, like in February, you know what I mean, in January or something, But going on a Friday night during Christmas time, when one of the biggest movies of all time selling, you know what I mean? No, that's not something I would normally do, but I'm being called to. And if you guys remember, I told you I took my mom to see Wicked, the musical, for her 60th birthday. And this is so divine. Like, my mom is so meant to be there. And my mom, I'm so glad that Alder met my mom, because I feel like I'm going to have my grandma with me and my mom's energy, and even my shaman's coming with me wearing, the coat I made for her, which actually, so I sent her the coat after I made it to her, and she mailed it back to me and said, it's for you or whatever. But I thought she was saying, like, because I kept asking her what she wanted, and she's like, and I'm like, hey, I have this vintage lace. Do you want me to use this? I'm like, I have these vintage buttons, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I had her go through all my stuff. I'm like, pick out what you want. And she's like, I want you to make what you think I would want. And I was like, dude, that's a tall order. When I'm doing couture, I'm like, I ask a lot of questions before I make a garment for somebody. A lot of questions. Even during the garment, I will message them and be like, what do you think of this? Or do you like the direction I'm going? So, but then I realized later it was because I was making it for myself. She's like, how come you haven't made your... I'm like, I'll make my stuff all the time. She goes, what do you have? And I was like, well, I have a few pieces of jewelry. She goes, you don't have any clothes or coats or anything? You make coats? I don't understand. And I was like, I will eventually. But I didn't know that's what she was doing. And when she gave it to me, I saw her wear it all the time. She goes, this is my favorite coat. Take really good care of it. She kept saying, like, take really good care of it. And I was like, okay, I will. So anyway, I was making it for me. So I feel like there's just going to be this, like, culmination of, you know what I mean? Even now as I'm saying this to you, I don't know what's really going to happen. But by the time you see this, it'll have happened, or it'll be happening. So it's just kind of exciting, So let's see, what do we have in here? Oh, I love these. Oh my gosh. I have been wanting new crystals for a really long time. I have been wanting a new tattoo. There's all these things that I've like wanted or whatever. Okay, so I have been obsessed with mushrooms, Anna, this year. Obsessed. You guys, look at this. She gave me a bunch of crystals in mushroom shapes. I mean, okay, so I can show you this one because it's right here. Anna, I can't. This is where we're so connected. I mean, you're so gifted, dude. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, there's no way you should not be doing what I'm doing, right? Okay, so hold on. This is just one of 4 canisters. I keep my lavender in it.
Oh, I wish you could smell that. I wish you had smell-o-vision. I'm sending you some lavender. This was full, by the way. A little dusty. I actually really just cleaned a few days ago when you live like this. But, I mean, Alder's been the mushroom person. I mean, I've always loved them and thought they were cute, loved the Smurfs and all that. But I was not, but lately I've been wanting, mushroom towels. I want mushroom pillows, you know what I mean? So it's so bizarre and cool and wild to me that you sent me those. And I don't know. Let me see. What do we have? I usually ask people to tell me what they are, but sometimes I can tell. Okay, so this one looks like lapis. This one looks like, carnelian. Let's see. I'm going over an hour. I don't think I'll be able to upload this before I go. I think this is lapis. And I believe this is carnelian. I think this is a red jasper. You'll have to correct me on ones that, okay, so I believe this is rose quartz. There's 4 light ones. I don't know what that is. Is that like a serpentine or something? Yeah, Anna, we'll have to talk. This could be jade. This could be chrysocolla. This could be, I have a big one of it. Why can't I think of the name of this right now? Fluorite. This could be fluorite. This one's on the tip of my tongue. Chrysocolla? I don't know. We'll have to see. And one of them had an accident, Anna. But that's okay because I always think, everything happens for a reason. So maybe I'll have it on my display and it'll be perfect and it'll just go perfect on the little, thing. Yeah. And then there's I think clear quartz. But there's 4 that are lighter. So I don't know if there's 2 are quartz and 2 are rose quartz. Because I know sometimes you send me stuff for Alder too and Bubba. She's so cute. Enjoy your special day. Love you lots, Anna. Okay, so I don't see any notes to give anything to anybody, so. Although that's a lot of times you do that when you send Christmas gifts to them. So I think that was, oh no, there's one more. Oh my gosh, Anna, you really outdid yourself. No, honestly, every year, it's you can never compare them because they're their own experience, but every year is just awesome, Anna. Thank you so much. And it makes me realize how much you appreciate me and respect the work that I do here and recognizing that it's not always easy, but I still keep going. And it's because of you and all of you who contribute, who send me prayers, subscribe, share, and put all that out there. It's because of you that I'm still here and I'm still doing this. So what is it? Oh, more! Oh my goodness gracious, my friend. You spoiled me beautifully. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Thank you. I don't know what to say. What is this? Ooh, cool bag. Oh, look at the bag, you guys. Oh my gosh, Anna. She knows that the deer is one of my totems. Oh my gosh. And you guys know I did the moon readings for a long time. Or, I don't know, almost 2 years, something like that. Oh my gosh, a new deck. Oh my gosh, Anna, I've wanted this deck for years. It's the Everyday Wish Tarot. I've wanted this. I'm not joking. I'm not just saying this. It's on my wish list. I have wanted this. This is one of those that I've wanted for so long, and I'm like, how come? But there's always a time and a place. Oh, okay, so we've got so much, you guys. I promise a lot of readings are coming. Maybe this is what you wanted to show me, Spirit. Oh my gosh, you guys. The first person I ever saw use this was the same witch who made my necklace slash pendulum, my Isis with labradorite. I bought this from not Stargirl. Oh my gosh, Ancient Star Queen. She's the first person I ever saw use this deck. And I
fell in love with it. I was like, oh, it's so cute and like kind of cartoon and kitschy, you know, like totally me. What's on the bottom? Is that the Fool? Oh, the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is on the bottom. Oh my gosh, Anna, thank you. Look at the sides. And look, I'm wearing my purple pants and there's purple on here. And I'm wearing, there's a little bit of purple. Purple was my shaman, my teacher, Layla, that was her favorite color. So that piece of fabric was from a costume that I made for a play when I lived in Portland. I made a sexy Cheshire cat for an Alice in Wonderland play in Portland. So I was commissioned to, you know, make this costume for this person, and there was a little bit left over of the sparkly purple and the black, and I was always like, it wasn't enough to do anything with, but I always kept it. And I was like, I put that on the coat for her because like she loved purple so much, and purple's a very regal, you know, color for, you know, for so many reasons, and definitely for witches. But so it's kind of interesting. So this is obviously my color for 53, which is the number 8, and the next year, 2025 going into 2026 is going to be purple. That's so interesting. I immediately went into these and was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't know if they want me to pull any cards, but I felt like, because normally you guys know I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. I have one more Prezi, and I love this case, Anna. Oh, maybe this will be for my deck, because look at this. Because this has a case, right? Check this out. This is how I'm holding my deck together right now with a hair tie. And it's an old playing card deck. It's a vintage playing card deck that I've had for years that Spirit has been having me work on and make cool things. I'm making a deck right now. And it came in a plastic packaging. I literally have been carrying this around for so many years, and every time I'd go to throw it away, they're like, no. I'm like, it's fucking playing cards. I don't care about playing cards. But it's got the owl on it and the blue jay, which, you know, if you guys know, my dad was like, comes to me in the blue jay. The other day, this blue jay flew in, and it was the first time I've seen one since last winter, and I was like, hi, Dad. I knew it was him. And I looked down, and there were birds everywhere all around me. It was so cool. So Anna, I am going to put these in this. It makes perfect sense. It's almost like they match. Look at that. I mean, what? But I'm gonna put the I always do like an anointment. Yes, with frankincense. So I'm gonna do like a whole ritual with all this before I put it in there. And I'm gonna do the same with these cards, but right now I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna put a little bit of frankincense in my hands. It's a blessing for all of us as I slide them across this deck and say thank you, Spirit. This is how I put my energy on it. And we clear away any other energies that were on it that may have been picked up in transit. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, thank you for blessing Anna. Anna, may all these gifts of abundance that you have given to me and our tribe come back to you tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold within the next 30 days. Whatever's in your greatest and highest good, in whatever form it comes in, may you accept it with love, grace, and gratitude because it's yours. And the message for all of us, ooh, it's upside down. Oh, it's the Fool. Oh my gosh, of course we grabbed the Fool. You guys, of course we did. You saw it. It like fell right out. It's a brand new deck, right? But it was in reverse. And I love reading books because even though we all know the Fool and the tarot and all that and zero and blah, 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 a lot of times they have their own take on it. So we'll see if they do or if they don't. I may not be able to read this. It is really tiny. How come they don't have the Fool on here? They start at 1 with the Magician. Oh, they have the Fool last. That's interesting. Okay, so it says, are you okay, Mama? You okay? Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can, where are my glasses? I feel like, I don't even remember the last time I saw them. Hold on. Okay, so I couldn't find my glasses, and it's just not going to happen. I'm like, it's so tiny. I was like, it's just not worth it. But I was called to read this to you, you know. And also, I just got another message from another one of you guys. So thank you so much. The messages are just pouring in. I feel the love. I really do. I feel like
I love you guys. Thank you so much. It's like the best birthday of my life. That's what I was trying to tell you before, that there's been a lot of times where it's been the worst day of my life, and I just wanted it to just kind of be over, or I tried so hard to make it perfect that it would backfire in my face, and today just feels good, and yesterday felt good, and I feel that the tide has turned. So listen to what the Fool in Reverse, what this website had to say. Oh, which is so weird. It's labyrinthos. I was just talking about labyrinth. How funny. So it says a reverse fool card can show that you are living in the moment and not planning for the future. Yes. It also says it can serve as a caution. Hold on, let me see. It says it's a general reading, right? Because I just pulled it and we're all here together, so it's like a general reading. So it says it serves as a call to reevaluate your intentions, motivations, and inner guidance. It prompts you to examine if you might be holding back due to concerns about others' opinions or unrealistic expectations. That's what I've been learning, is that here I am. My whole life I've wanted to live in a place where I live. I've always wanted to be a part of a community like this. And I've been here since April, and I have barely even immersed myself, in here. I was getting mixed reviews from people when I came here, and because it was an election year, and some people were a little more bold, I just was trying to keep more to myself, and I was like, I don't want to get into, whatever. And it's really hard or difficult when you live in an area that's super magical and super witchy, but all of the people, and there's a lot of people like us here, and then there's another side of it where they're really rich, like our ex-president, United States person that I was talking about earlier, and they can live wherever they want to live because they have money, and we're not going to stop them. We don't care. We're not the ones that are trying to change who they, you know what I mean? The only thing we're trying to change is for them to be kind and loving and be good people, you're entitled to be an asshole if you want to be an asshole, but it doesn't mean you take it out on the world or, world domination to make it the way you want it to be. So there's a lot of interesting things that are happening right now. But anyway, so work with the Fool in Reverse. I feel like that was a message for everybody. But I love that the first thing we saw was about living in the moment, because that's what I have been getting from Spirit, you guys. That is our ticket, is living in the moment, living in the moment. We do these readings, predictions, blah, blah, like I say that, and then I just told you, I, put out a pick a reading for what's coming your way in 2025 and a collective reading for what's coming our way for the, planet. But at the same time, it's like, that's exactly what it is. It's a prediction. It's like, yes, your life can go this way. What I noticed in most of the readings was like, yes, your life can go this way, but it's not like you get this automatically. It's like, no, you don't get things automatically. You have to work for them. You have to put your intentions towards them, right? Like that's what the Fool in Reverse is saying, is like reevaluate, like what is your purpose? What do you want? And no fear. Do not go into 2025 with fear. I'm telling you, don't go into one more minute of your life with fear. I was being bombarded with fear over the last few weeks. I even had like some dark energy followed me home yesterday and was like hiding in the back room and was telling me that there was a murderer in here and that that they were going to kill me in my sleep. And I was like, what the fuck? And because of the way the room is set up right now is kind of like a storage, I'm like, yeah, I guess somebody could fucking hide back there. I don't have we don't have electricity, like lights back there. I'm like, I can't really see. Somebody probably could be hiding back there. I don't know how they'd get in, but there's a possibility. But it's interesting because I feel like those are the old voices that I would be like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, I should go get a light and check through everything and make sure it's okay, But instead, I was like, I borrowed, Galinda's, go away before a house falls on you too. She's like, get out of here, kind of thing, right? Because she's like, you don't have any power here. So if you don't let the darkness take over, then it's like it eventually went away. I smudged and everything and thanked it, and I said thank you, but I don't believe in you, so you got to go. And I slept really well last night. It was like a really, it was interesting how I shifted and changed a few things in my orbit, in my atmosphere in the last 72 plus hours, and
things have just been really rolling along in such a beautiful, magical, but practical magic. You know what I mean? Like, just like I said, you know, like practical magic, where it's just going through as I'm going through the flow of my life, every moment and every breath and every day, the magic is just showing up. I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to bring it to me. I'm not, you know, coming at it like I'm the magic, you know. And I know I can be a force, you know. I've been trying to, it's like I don't want to change who I am, but I also know that like some people can't handle all of my energy. So when I am in big groups of people or I'm in a store, I do try to be a little more mindful with my energy. I do try to get a little more calm when I get in there. But like I was talking to these artists, these ladies in the store, and we started out really calm, and it went from that to maybe like, oh, and then, you know, we were all like talking, because energy feeds energy. And so if you're meeting like-minded people and you're getting excited about life, you know, that's the joy and the energy, the vibration that we are requiring at this time. So, you know, take your passions and make it happen, you know, like put it in there. All right, you guys, this is our last Prezi, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I have to start getting ready. I'm not going to the showers, but I am going to do like a spit bath, and I think I'm going to wash my hair and all that. And it just depends, because it's like raining and cold, and I'm like, yeah, it's dirty, but I'm like, I could probably just brush it and recurl it and it'll still look good. Actually, when my hair is dirty like this is usually when my hair looks really awesome. So we'll see what happens, but I do want to get ready and make myself a nice lunch, and I want to give Bubba some food as well. And I don't know what's going on, but this has been happening a lot when I've been talking to you guys with the nose. Oh, with using natural products. I know some of you guys like your perfumes. Anna, I can smell you. You know, it's okay. I'll put stuff outside. It'll air out. But that kind of stuff for like an empath like me, it's like it can be very toxic. And you guys are empaths too. So if you're a sensitive and you have, I don't care if it's your favorite perfume and you've been wearing it your whole life, don't. It's not doing you any good. It's like I used to tell you guys about. I couldn't find my readers because she sent me readers. My reader's broke. If you guys know the one, I've been going with one arm for the longest time. Anna, I don't know if I'm a 3.0, but I will use them. I will use them, because if anything, I'll use it like a magnifying glass. So thank you so much. Thank you, Anna. You always know. But seriously, you guys, I love you. You cannot use these things anymore. You cannot use the sprays or the lotions or all that, even if it's your favorite. I had a friend, she's addicted to Bath and Body Works, and I was like, dude, that shit is so full of chemicals. I'm like, please don't use that. She's like, it's my signature scent. I'm like, it's not your signature scent. You are your signature scent. I'm like, invent your own signature scent. There's a lot of things out there where you can literally invent your own signature scent. So it's because I love you. I'm in gratitude for all this. I'm not being a dick to you. You know I love you. But it's also because I love you, and I want you to live a long time, and I want you to live healthy. And also, when we put any toxic stuff on our bodies, that also affects our decision making. A lot of people don't believe that's true, but I do. Wow, there's a interesting helicopter coming in really quick, coming down fast. There's a mini airport by my house. A lot of rich people around here. Anyway, like I said, take good care of yourselves and each other. Anna, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you had a good time at my birthday party. I had a good time too. I hope I didn't make it shitty at the end about the perfume stuff, because honestly, it will go away. It's all good. But I want everyone to be healthy. But I'm so fucking excited about this. You don't even know. I won't have to use a hair tie anymore. I can put this in here. Yay! All is well. And I'm not joking. I'm gonna like frame this or do something really cool with this, because it's just so beautiful. I do like my birthday. You know, I will say this. I will end with this. That for years I had a love-hate relationship with my birthday around Christmas. But this year, I feel like something took a turn and something took a tide over the last few days. And once I made peace with it, that even if I stayed home and did nothing, I was happy to get this mint chocolate, dark chocolate candy bar that I saw on sale when I was at the store the other day. And I was like, if this is the only thing I have for my dessert, I'm like, I'm happy with it. I was like, oh, cool. They have this food. I'm like, if I'm going to make soup from it. I was just, where before I'd be like, oh, that's all I have is a candy bar and soup. You know, instead I was like, I saw the weather's going to be shitty. I'm like, well, my birthday's going to be shitty. We got fucking 30 mile per hour winds and rain and whatever. I'm like, whatever. And ever since I made peace with it, and then when Alder was like, I don't know if I'll be able to be there, I'm like, this is, so, I'm like, I've spent the last 10 birthdays with you. I was like, what do you mean? You know, I'm like, no, I was like super sad. Or this was going to be my 10th birthday with him. And I was like, we're not going to make it to the finish line together. You're not going to complete, you know. And then everything just came together. And he hasn't responded, or he hasn't reached out yet. So what time is it? So yeah, so he must still be working, which is good for him and it's good for us because we still have like, it's actually the movie starts in exactly 8 hours from now. It's 11:45. So, you know, I still got plenty of time to do stuff and enjoy my day and get ready for my beautiful date. And I said to him, because I was like, I don't want you to feel pressure. I'm like, is it okay if I say it that way? And he was like, yeah. I was like, okay. So I'm like, so it is a real date. So I get to have a romantic date with my husband, and we've been having a lot of like, you know, things this year, but I keep holding hope that we're going to make it through, both of us. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Bella says thank you. She's in her own world. She's enjoying her life, and it's not hard for her to get from here to here, but I think she thought I was going to like manhandle her or something. So, Bubba, are you sure you don't want to come over and say goodbye? I won't touch you at all. Do you want to come and say anything, or do you want to meow or anything? She's on like her little perch in like a Zen thing. She just wants you guys to know that she loves you, and thank you for the prayers and the well wishes. They are working. And thank you, Anna, for that beautiful monetary gift. I did use that to get food for Baba. We have been, I even said to Spirit, I'm like, I will, as long as she can eat her good healthy food, her bone broth and all that, I'm like, I'll eat fucking ramen, man. I'm like, I'll be okay. Because I'm in my crone. I said to Baba, I'm like, it's my birthday. Baba, I'm 53. I'm like, I'm older than you. I'm like, in cat years, she's older than me. But in human years, I'm older than her. I've seen more in these years than, you know. I go, unless, I'm like, I guess you could have been an animal in my lifetime, or been a person in my lifetime that I've been alive too. Anyway, but all is well, and so she's really grateful, and I'm really grateful, because seriously, all the things you guys have been doing for us, you know who you are. Thank you. There's so many of you, and I'm in such gratitude, and we continue to be in gratitude, because the more you guys uplift and support me here, the more I can uplift and support you where you are. And that's what we're doing. We're just meeting each other where we're at. So until next time, I love you. Thank you. I had a really awesome birthday. Thank you for spending it with me, and I'll see you next time. Blessed be. Oh, bye. And Bubba says, bye. Love you. Thank you. Bye.